6 o'clock, there's some criminal getting up at 2 o'clock. You can be in D.C., you can be in Japan. There's always a criminal somewhere looking for you. You can't quit. You can't quit. When you walked in a hotel yesterday, did you see some just homeless guy sitting in a chair? No, you didn't, because you was probably just moving. We push so hard so we can always be prepared for the unexpected. Fatigue may count as us what?
Always.
Fatigue may count as us what? Always. All right, so that's the first phase of 10-minute blast. It's point MMA. You are a black belt. You are a martial artist. I don't care what nobody tells you. There's some guy in jail got out 1,000 push-ups every day. Running the yard, pushing 500 pounds. He ain't learning no martial arts, but he's waiting for somebody like you to think you can beat him. He don't go to no dojo. His dojo on the street. So guess what? You cannot quit. Every time you feel like you're somewhat ready to quit, remember that black belt. You're supposed to be better than an MMA guy. Because black belt represents what? Power, right? Yes, sir. So don't be quitting no more. We ready to go through the next phase. So guess what? If you hate me, I don't care. You know why? Because if you're a real martial artist, you ain't supposed to like your teacher. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to be inspired and empowered. And every time you come in a room, you're going to do 2 extra ones so he can just look at you and nod your head, and that's what you want. That's what a real black belt is all about. It's beyond the belt. It's your attitude, it's your spirit. And you're doing good right now. Because did anybody get any water just yet?
No, sir.
Did anybody get any water?
No, sir.
All right, that's good. You need a break? Anybody want some water break?
No, sir.
Some water break?
No, sir.
Anybody want some water?
No, sir.
Anybody want to get busy?
Yes, sir.
Stand up. Let's go through this second phase of 10-minute blast. Mr. Shane, DJ, can y'all tell over there, Mr. Shane, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody, stop moving them feet.
Get ready, let's do it again. I am right, so I got to win. Break bread with the enemy. How many times I break bread when I break? He's 7.
4, 3, 2, 1, come on, go.
Like saying, reach down. Just thinking, just breathe. The work be the one ain't enough for the street. Please. It's the only thing you can't do. Take off the plate. Say, all right. Gonna fight. Let me go.
show no weakness, man. Let's go.
We are black belts.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Black belts don't quit.
Sir.
You represent an authentic tradition. And guess what? When you see somebody registering for a mud run, what are they registering for? To get electrocuted. Am I correct?
Sir.
When you see somebody just want to run a marathon, just want to participate and finish.
Yes, sir.
You a black belt, you're supposed to be above everybody.
Yes, sir.
I see your hands on your hip. Check your posture. You want to fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You cannot let your opponent, what you do in the dojo and when you're tired is what you do in combat.
Yes, sir.
So check this. So look at you. Look at your body language. That little kid got a problem with obesity? Well, you got to represent the change. Don't talk and be. For point MMA, days of a black belt just being a belt are over. It's a whole new evolution, taking it back to the tradition. And that's what you represent. You're doing good right now. I'm going to give you a break because I love you. But I'm going to also do this because I'm going to challenge you. Because you're going to say, no, sir, I don't want no break. We're going to go right back and we're going to finish this one. We're going to finish it up.
Sir.
You didn't get any water. Yeah, you didn't. Somebody going to say, oh, man, that's crazy. How you not going to let you get water? Well, in combat, use the spit from your mouth. Come from old school martial arts, that's what we do. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure? Yes, sir. Let's run it out. Give me 10. Go. We almost home. We almost home. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 3. Go. 2. Go. 1. Here we go.
Let's get it on.
We don't give a what? We don't give a what? Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. You don't want to party, then you gotta go. You don't want to party, then you gotta go. Ride to the mother, ride to the mother, beat to the mother.
Let's get it on.
Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor.
Once again, Mr. Darwin, ahead of Sparker. You want to get blessed with the chest from the silver west. Put a hurt, hold it. That motherfucker in the dirt, hold it. My hands stay dirty because I play dirty the my way. You don't know, find out the hard way. Job is never done, never handle my business, I come. And it's that I've been the one-on-one, I have to be the problem, not the job of my assault. Like it up, on the ball, whatever. Break is cold and it's my fault. I keep all point back and down. Like you need to get bust. Clang, I start to support my people. Hold down the fort, never get caught from my creep. Come on!
Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. You don't want to party, then you gotta go. You don't want to party, then you gotta go. Ride to the mother, ride to the mother, break to the mother.
Let's get it on.
Get it on the floor, get it on the floor. Get it on the floor, get it on the floor.
I'm at the crossroads, but I'm not really sure which way to go. Should I play it over what I did the other day? The other way to flow got me striking this random. I can't stand it. Wanna be the fan of it. Pull a shoulder.
Walk, get yourself some water. We mean that. You come right back. Come on, go. I breathe it, and it changed my life. It changed my kids' life. I believe the whole world should practice martial arts. But to me, an instructor got to be in shape. I don't care who you are. You want to change the world and represent the change. The old school of martial arts, when I went to China, the Chinese man didn't speak English. So the only way I could learn my form is that I had to emulate what he said, what he showed me to do. I could not ask a question. I had to keep it moving. But we got to remember one thing. That young little kid, I don't care how tough you are. I don't care what master you are. I don't care what red belts you have. You know what? Walk out of here and go over 10 blocks over. We see how much of a black belt you really are. And they don't know no martial arts. They don't care nothing about martial arts. Remember, we come in knowing everything. And as Bruce Lee say, we get trapped with classical mess. And then one day, if you stay around long enough and make martial arts a way of life, you'll go back to being a baby. That's why I had so much fun. I know nothing. I just want to inspire you, and you inspire me. And if every time I meet with you, and I challenge you today, and you walk away from that tough love, I'm going to give you something that's going to bring about some change in your life. But if I bring you with me, and we sitting here, and we can get along, and you can like me, and I make you feel good, everybody can't win. The only thing that determines if you stand out in the crowd is what you put it in. Nike say, just do it. Ain't that the slogan? Yes, sir. That's what you got to do. You just got to do it. But the one thing you got to do, you cannot sacrifice technique and get by. You begin to look sloppy. We talk about bullying, right? Everybody talk about bullying. But if that little kid is saying, leave me alone, bully, don't take my money, and he says, leave me alone, bully, don't take my money, the bully gonna still take his money. Why? Why? Bully, don't take my money. Why? Look at me. Why he's gonna still take his money? Because of what?
No intensity.
No intensity, body language. Because I'm like, bully, don't take my money. I'm gonna tell the teacher. Is he gonna bow to me now? No. Why? Because of the body language. You can't teach that. You gotta bring that, and that's what you did. You brought about that freedom of expression, and that's so important. And that's what I want. But you gotta step the game. How many people black belts in here? So what's your excuse for quitting? You can tell your teacher. You can tell your teacher, I really don't care. Because I'm a real martial artist. And whatever I say do with you, I can do myself. I will never tell you to do something that I can't do. And my students better be able to do it. It's not that they're better than you. It's not that you're better than anybody else. We got to be better than ourselves every time we walk on the floor. And that's what this class is about. As we cool down, one thing about Point MMA, which we try, this is Point MMA. This is a fighting-only curriculum. We're talking about technique. Everybody stand up real fast. Yes, sir. Real fast. Come on. All right, back up. Be real slow. Now you come into class, right? And you come in and kids meditating. You say, everybody up, let's go. Yes, sir. So the students get up there slow? Yes, sir. So why are you getting up there slow? Yes, sir. Let's go back down. Everybody up, let's go. Yeah, there you go. Give me one. I just wanted to clap, man. I take a one push-up. Yeah, baby. Give me one. Give me two. Give me 1, 2, 3. Give me one. Give me 1, 2. Give me 1, 2, 3. Give me one. Give me 1, 2. Give me 1, 2, 3. Give me one. 2. 1, 2, 3. Give me one. Give me 2. Give me 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And now, what you going to do? I'm up here. All right, so get your talent. All right. At the end of every Point MMA seminar, we do kicking, flipping, and tricking, which my son does, or we do street combat, or we do women's self-defense. We're going to do street combat today. First of all, what's wrong with his stance? Huh?
Square up.
Somebody come up. So show us what high he should be.
Oh, stand sideways. Okay, one. Elbows and hands up. Like
Okay,
that.
we on the street though.
Yeah.
We on the street. Okay? All right, relax. Good. All right, relax. So this man talked to me. I should never be caught standing like this on the street. Watch any street predator, you will never see them doing an illegal operation or talking trash on the street like this. Yo, so what's up? What's going on with you? What you going to do to me? Why does that look so awkward? Why? It's one thing that's really important, and it's the principle to everything you do. Come on, black belts, tell me, what is it? Huh?
Where your feet are?
How should my feet be?
1 foot should be in front.
Thank you. I should always talk like that. When this cat steps towards me, step forward. I should always be in that stance. So what we should do, even when we shaking hands, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good, baby? My man, my man. My man.
How you
Yes,
feel?
sir.
How
That's
you
my
feel?
man.
How you feel?
All right, have a good day, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I walk like that. Now look, do we walk like this?
No, sir.
So why you stand like that? Everybody face somebody. We gonna look. In order to beat the predator, you gotta be the predator. So now look, I know this is gonna feel real awkward, but I'm like, what's up with you guys? What's going on with you, baby? What's up?
I know, hey, you got some.
Man, what's up?
Hey,
boy?
I know you got some money.
All right, let's go, people. Give me a couple of seconds of that. Come on, you ain't got no friend. Come on, let's get some friend over here. Keep moving. All right, good. Right. So here's another thing. Look, on the street, listen. The places I've been, the friends I had, at one time we could do this. But when something made me change my life, whenever he went to do that, what's up, baby? You good? What's up, man? I'm good. At one time, he was my best friend.
Yes, sir.
We did things together that most people would probably send us to jail for, so we love one another. But I'm a changed person now. So I gotta represent the range. You doing all that talking, but you still in punching range. On the street, when a guy goes to take you out, he ain't gonna be doing this. It's gonna be like, duh, for real, man. All right, that's cool. You ain't even gonna see it coming. They don't teach you that in the dojo. I need you to be free of that. Show me some swag. You ain't got no swag?
Yeah, we got swag.
Yeah, let's go then. Come on, baby, move. Maybe we need to give him a little bit of music to give him some swag. Yeah, a little low there, Mr. Shay. There you go. People, I showed you what I would do when I loved them, and I showed you what I do when I change. But really, nobody should ever touch me. If I don't want to be touched, you walk up to me, it's like, what's going on, baby? All right. But see, guess what? I'm telling you something, I don't care, and I don't care what nobody tells me, because I was there. The guy on the street that's going to take your life don't need no black belt. The real killers and warriors are on the street right now. While you in here, they've been up all night. They've been up all night, and guess what? When they go to jail, they done got away with a crime probably 20 times, and they can take that one. But guess what? When they go to jail, they come back bigger and stronger because more people changed in jail. There's more prisoners in the Bible than any other book written. Don't say I told you that. Understand your history. So what I'm saying, what you gotta represent, you gotta know if you back away and you don't want to be touched, and this person keeps on walking, what is that saying?
Fear.
No, once again, you backed away from me, and I'm still walking. What did he just tell you?
He's a threat.
Say it again?
He's a threat.
He's a threat. So guess what? If he walks and keep walking, I need to do an angle. Because guess what? When I fight and he throws a jab, I'm gonna move in an angle. I don't want to move straight back. Because a real person, if I wanted to take you out, me and my boys already checked you out. I just told you came into the hotel yesterday and y'all probably didn't see the guy sitting in the corner with the earphones on, got a bag, panhandling, waiting to see somebody slip up. You in D.C., that ain't gonna happen because the White House right down there. And I guarantee you walk 3 blocks over, there's always a hood in every city. I want to see the thing that most people not see. So I need you to be aware of that. So when we walk up, one person's going to be on the offense, one person's going to be in the defense. I'm coming to you, what's up? You good? All right, my man. Then he comes back to me. Yes, sir. What's going on with you, boy? Yeah, all right, let's go, people. What's up with you? Yeah, hey, what's up with you? Yeah, let's go. There we go. Do it just like you fight. Do it just like you fight. Let's go. There we go, yes. Give me 3 more. 3 more, let's see if that's 2 more. Give me 2 more. Give me 1. All right, great. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's the thing you got to remember. Fighting should not be any different than the way you live. If martial arts is something that you do and not something that you live, then you have a problem. It's something that we live. It should be a way of life. So when it's time for me, if you do a good class, if whatever you do in sparring really represent what you do in combat, I don't care nobody. Yeah, we don't get in a fighting stance. I ain't never put my hands up. Because the moment you go to put your hands up, someone will go boom. So if I already know, I can sense that he already got some way he's going to use it from the way he's moving. But guess what? Here's another thing I'm going to tell you. There's probably 10% of the people out there in the world, they want you to break out your martial arts. I don't get what everybody tell you in the dojo. There's a percentage of people out there, he wants you to do that. See, because technique don't win fights. Heart wins fights. If you ain't got the heart to roll in the doo-doo and roll in the pee and get cut and get scratched and get hurt and still come back from that, and don't nobody win that fight. So what I got to do, I got to push hard on this floor through those calisthenics, like the guy doing 1,000 push-ups every day in jail. 1,000 push-ups. He rolls out the bed, he goes, hoo, hoo, hoo. Then he run the yard for 2 hours. Don't tell me that he don't, because I did it. 2 hours. Got no problems with that, because guess what? It's not about technique. You're building your body up. So now, when I come at you with this next movement, the first reaction for God gonna come to you, what's up? I'm gonna do this. I'm coming up, so that's a natural motion. What's up with you? Come on, bring it, man. What's up? Oh, man. Oh! See, but if you ain't got that sort of intensity, they don't become real. But we don't hurt each other. We're gonna wipe for the throat. Come back at me, Sucker Bill. Sucker Bill! Let's go! Move! Sucker Bill, that means you scrubbing up. You scrubbing up. Yeah, let's go. There you go. Come back. Right to the stroke. Come on. Come on. All right, everybody stop for a second. Listen to me. I used to do a lot of bad things. I done did some bad things. The only thing I never did was take somebody's life. But anything that you do on the street, I did. You know why? Because I didn't want to be bullied no more. If I can walk up to a guy and take his pocket, pick his pocket and get a wallet, and everybody say, oh man, he bad. They didn't know that I was scared. I had to fake it so well that the first time gave me a rep where I ain't never had to repeat that again. You only get one shot. The guy in the jail cell, the reason why he got to read that whole chapter that night, because tomorrow walking out to the kitchen, he might not live. So it got to be done for the day. Today is reality. Tomorrow's a mystery. Yesterday is history. You're doing your technique like today doesn't matter. You're just going through the motion. A guy on the street, every day he wakes up and he goes out. He wakes up. He don't go to sleep. When you wake up to go to work, he's sleeping. When you go to sleep, he's up. That's why if you go to any hood, the police all over the place. 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why he got to get up and he got to be ready. The moment he gets out the bed, he got to represent what's up. That's why he's so intense. That's why she's so intense. That's why I'm like that. I got to be energetic. How you practice, you can never respond weak. And you're doing your technique weak. He coming at me, and look at where you're going. You're going all out there. I need you to go to the throat. Bruce Lee say, everybody in motion is real. The guy that's launching out the attack got to throw the technique right, because one day, if I feel this guy got a gun and he about ready to hit me, I got to punch him in the mouth before he can pull the gun out and knock him out. So if you ain't used to really doing that right, you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to be a one-sided person. So when I come at him, he moves back, he comes at me. Boy, yes, what's up? And look how we work. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Get into it. Come on. Because it ain't going to kill me when it's all over. Guess what? I feel high. And then I can take over the world. That's what every class should be in martial arts. When a little kid, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what nobody say. If they say a little kid can't do that, well, this little kid just did that. And he ain't take no water break. That guy started as a little kid. Don't ever lose that moment of being like a child. We don't know what they want. We're in a society now, if it wasn't that way, why would MMA be so big? That's one of those moments that go, what does he mean by that? Why does MMA attract so many people right now? When you hit them with elbows and you breaking the arm and all that stuff. Why is mud run so big? Why are all these things that at one time in martial arts you said we shouldn't do if we were in the dojo? Now society's signing up to it. They're $1 million industries. Why? Because society wants what? They want to be pushed. They want to be pushed to the max in a safe manner that when they walk away, they might say, oh man, that was like, you're not going to tell me. You probably felt like you was about ready to die, but after it's all over, you're not going to tell me you don't feel high. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So why keep robbing people? Why keep giving somebody a belt where when you tell somebody, you go to a seminar, you say, here's a fighting stance, it's like this. And they're a second-degree black belt. Well, when I came up, I thought we were supposed to represent, when you look at MMA, it's always that a guy knows how to stand, he knows how to punch, he knows how to do those. That's what we're trying to establish with Point MMA. You gotta be that, you gotta push that every time you go. So do you stop selling it for just getting by? So now, whenever you're around me, I'm an energetic person. I do not like negative body language. I hate that slow talk. And then you talk, go, yeah, how you doing? So what do you say do? How do you say do it? I think the thumbs. You know why? Because repetition creates discovery. And when discovery happens, you don't even know what it was. That's like a Kodak moment. The only way you can see what you really did is in the camera. That's the art. Isn't it called martial arts?
Yes, sir.
That's what we want. So now when we go back and do this move before we go, when we go to a little question and answer thing, he's going to come. From there, we're just going to move on. When he goes, pop. It just builds into whatever I want to do. It's like a dance. I got whatever. The instructor don't have to tell you what to do. It should be a natural flow. Stand up.
Sir.
Sir. Let's make some music. Face your party. I'm coming at you. Go, keep working. Yeah, there we go. There we go, baby. Let's go. Come on, move. Keep going. Nasty slow. Let's go. Nasty slow. Let's go. Give me some facial expression. Give me some facial expression. Come on, let's go. First, give me some noise. Come on, let's go. Let's work. Come on, go. Let's move. Let's go. All right, so great. Next movement we're going to go to. One of the things I don't like to tell people, I'll give you one movement, and I want you to create your own music. It's like being in a studio. You put that turntable on, you put that music there, you put that there. All you gotta do is make sure everything just goes on. Gotta be a rhythm. The only time I break the rhythm is when I want to break the crowd. Boom! The only time I break the rhythm when I'm fighting is when he's so into my rhythm. I gotta break the rhythm and catch him in the midst like a basketball player. Doing this, why do we cross over and do that? Because we're trying to do what? So you broke his rhythm, right? That's what we always talk about. Rhythm, broken rhythm. What we're trying to establish with Point MMA, this is called athletics. Everything you did represents being able to play basketball, being able to play baseball, being able to play football. Martial arts should be complete. You don't have to be good at it, but if a guy gives you the ball, and you're like, come on, baby, let's go, go to the court. How many people are like, you what? Come on now, be honest. How many people don't know how to hold the ball? How many people can't dribble? Like, come on now. I know you're lying. So in Point MMA, you take all those things. I think if you can dribble like this, you should be able to fight like that. If you can tackle or you can hold that ball and move, you should be able to defend like that. So now guess what? When you thought we was in competition with sports, now sports complement us and we complement sports. Just like we see what happened with MMA. And that's what Point MMA is all about. Got something you want to add? We got some questions and answers.
Just want to say, whenever y'all work, when y'all come in, One thing that I always throw out the box is what I used to.
We have a seat for it.
I come
Sir.
in here, to me it's about, I got this thing, me and my dad always say, he always tell me it's grind time. No matter what, it's grind no matter what. If you come in, you doing something, you gotta give 200%. I don't know how to do halfway. I don't know how, I can't come in and somebody teaches a seminar and it's a style I never learned before and I give that person halfway. Because he never taught me that way. I've been doing martial arts since birth. So when I say I can remember stuff, he'll come to me in a form he never taught me and ask me about the form and I can tell him about the form. You know why? Because I'm a sponge. I'm that type of sponge. I'm that type, I can watch whatever you do and watch your mannerisms and tell you what side that you like to fight on before you can ever tell me. You can tell me, I can tell you what you like to do before you ever tell me. I can tell you if you have done a little bit of this martial arts, a little bit of that, just by watching. And me being that kid, that's every kid you deal with in martial arts right now that comes into your dojo. That kid is watching the UFC. He's watching the Ultimate Fighter. So if you're not showing him, he's showing himself. That's what I did. Like, and it's a funny story. Everybody that ever seen me compete, when I compete, they always like, dang, you awesome, boy, you look just like your father. But my dad never liked to teach me. So all we did was work out together. I just worked out with him. So what I picked up from him being a sponge is what your kids pick up from you. So if you go into a class, just go into your dojo on Monday and watch how your kids stand. Tell them, bust a fight stance, fight stance. And watch how many kids go into a fighting stance and they just be like this. But it's gonna be 3 kids out of that. All the kids you got in your class, it's gonna be You know why? Because they want that. They want exactly what you get right now. The way you work out is how you should train your students. Every day when I go to my dad's dojo, if I'm ever at my dad's dojo, you can ask any student that ever works with me, I run to the dojo. I don't walk, I don't drive, I like to run. You know why? Because if my students see me inspired and still working out, and then I go and train them the same way that they just see me running up Route 1, they're going to be like, man, dang, I still got a long way to go. But I still got a long way to go because I'm still trying to get to a certain level. Always remember that.
So, I mean, what do you guys, question asked, what do you take away from this workout? Was it what you thought it would be? When you came in here, what did you expect?
I thought it was some whooshu, sir.
Bullshit, right? It can be bullshit. It can be whoop, whatever you want to do. You know, and the answer to that is like a guy told us, Bruce Lee said that we should be formless. An artist, you don't know what Eminem is going to come out with, man. You can tell when Eminem or Elvis or somebody just went into the studio with Michael Jackson and they just like let it go. Or you can look at somebody designing clothes or whatever they're doing, they just let it go. And when and their finished product, they surprise because they let their art express, do whatever they was doing. And that's what we try to do. We don't want to we beyond a technique of art. That's only, it enslaves you, it traps you. And we don't want to be trapped. We want to be free. That's what a real black belt is all about. Freedom of expression. Point MMA represents, everybody knew that Joe Louis was going to come out and grab your uniform and hit you with a reverse punch. Ooh-yah! Hey, Mr. Brown. And everybody knew that Chuck Lewis was going to hit you with a spin back kick. Everybody knew that Roy McCullen, do your history, Ray McCullen from Texas, was going to come out and was going to dust everybody up. He don't care if he was from Texas and the black guys told you, oh, I'm going to bust him up. He ain't a brother. He showed him. They all had their own style. They went beyond that. Keith Patel, all those Billy Blanks. Billy knew that in order to be nasty and some back with reverse punch, he had to figure out how can he drop down and go over top of the punch. That's what martial arts is supposed to be. We teach our children and we show them the technical motion, but are you giving them a moment of just free? That's why we tell them that music. Do you realize what that music did to you? Get it on the floor, yeah, get it on the floor. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. How could you it's like listening to the Temptations. If you mad, how can you just still be mad? If you want to stop doing something, right, bro? Imagine what that did to your dojo. You got to give them a minute. And what happens, that kid or you, whoever, begin to creatively flow. Now you get and you develop fighters that can be better than Chuck Norris, better than Billy Blanks. And that's what martial arts is supposed to be. black belts supposed to bring about a total expression of creativity. So when you look at MMA, you see all these people doing what we supposed to be doing. We black belts. Black belts supposed to be the highest thing. An MMA fighter should not be better than you. Even though it's not about you against them, but you're supposed to be equally at that level with your technique, especially with your fighting. Whenever anybody think about martial arts, what is the one thing they associate with martial arts? Well, yeah, that's what we said. The average consumer, if you walk outside right now and you ask the average person walking down the street, when you think of martial arts, what do you think about? Oh, fighting, man. Want to hurt something. Red belt. You got a red belt? The iron hand. Now, maybe you don't ask people. Am I correct? Am I correct, Mr. Brown?
That's what they think.
So if they associate fighting with that, even though the discipline in it, to me, my instructor, by putting pressure on me, the discipline came about was real discipline. But if you're trying to establish discipline, confidence, and focus with no pressure, is it real? Come on now, be real with me. Talk. Is it real? You tell them, Johnny, have confidence, Johnny. It's what you really need to succeed in life. So, Johnny, I got confidence. Now, is that real? But if you let Johnny go on the floor and you roll, it's not about winning, but put some little pressure in a safe and fun way, and Johnny stands up like that mom who ran the marathon, or the lady that swam from Brazil. What is it? It was a lady swam from, what was it, Brazil? An old lady, she was like 60-some years old. The first time she went, she nearly died in the river. I mean, it was a long distance. She said, I'm going to do it. She went back, and I think it was from Brazil to Florida, something, I don't know what it was, but it was like crazy. She was 60-some years old. All she wanted to do was prove in her life that she can do something that she never thought she could do. So why are we waiting for a child to get older to try to challenge themselves? The reason why we say we're in competition for football and baseball and all this stuff, because that parent wants their little kid. I want my kid to go, he ain't got to win. I want each one of them to go out and at least try. When that little boy doing that, dribbling that basketball, I'm like, go get it, man. Go for the ball. I don't care if he don't win. But the one thing that's going to happen, if that boy get a crossover, he going to look at me and you better get up. Get back up and you better go. And he going to wipe it off, but guess what? When he walk back in that dojo and he walk in that dressing room by himself, what is he going to remember? Somebody tell him, what is he going to say to himself? Got back up! If you don't give him the challenge to really get back up, as Les Brown say, if I fall down and I look up, I can get up. That's what we really want to do. That's what Point Man is allowing them to do. I don't want them to win. I want them to just really know inside their heart and their spirit that they can really stand on their own 2 feet. Do you agree?
Sir.
Tell me something else you took away from the class when you felt like you've already died. Come on.
Energy.
Energy?
My energy.
Well, who brought the energy?
We all did.
Instructor.
Say it again?
Instructor.
No, we did. The one thing I learned from my instructor, and that's my teacher right there, Master Brown, you will never see Master Brown sad, and I'm trying to keep up with him. I mean, you tell him his stance, he's like, wow. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, can I get back up? You know what I'm saying? I want to be like him. And I think that's his energy inspires me to want to give more. And I think that's the thing that we say in the dojo. When a person walks into the dojo, we ain't got, Point Man is not about beating somebody up. It's about enjoying this technique. If me and you working, and we doing some kicks, just go a little free flow. Boom, oh, hey, boom, oh, hey, wow, oh. That's how it should look. We ain't gotta make no contact. If we can do that, if we can establish that where the technique is right, and a fun and safe manner, when they go into some type of sparring, the technique's gonna win the fight. Not the brawling, not the fighting. When you look at UFC on Fox TV, now, is it brawling or is it technique? Say it again? It's technique. It wouldn't be on Fox if it was brawling anymore. The NFL tells you you can't hit the headgear that hard anymore. The rules is trying to make every sport safer so grandma and granddad can watch. And that's what we're doing with Point Man. Any other questions? Come on, talk to me.
How'd you come up with the specific, like the
jail, and I felt like I wanted to, in my life, I needed to not count the days, because all I had was time on my hand, and I was thinking about all the bad choices I made. I said, man, I gotta do something for myself. So I would work out for 10 minutes, because Billy Blanks once told me when I was a little kid, he used to go to tournaments, and he used to always say, train like a maniac, so when you go out and compete, you don't have to worry about nothing. Your training is gonna be a duplication out there in action. So I began to work out 10 minutes, that's all I got. Gotta get in there, gotta do it, gotta kill myself. And that's how my instructor did. When you would go to a test in our school, and you come up, and you say, Master Brown, I just came to the doctor, and he said, my knee wasn't that good, but I showed up the test, so I just wanted to let you know. And Master Brown said, yes, no good, no problem, we got you, baby. Everybody, his knee is injured, and it's the right knee. You get it? Right knee. And then this guy like, whoa, Master Brown, what you talking about? But then, what he doing? He ends up adapting to the situation and coming out a better person. And that's what 10-minute class is. You can take 10 minutes. And what do you say in your class? What do you say? 10 minutes a day? What did you say? What is it? What is it? Y'all don't say that? Come on, man. That's EMC. 10 minutes a day, progress each day. When you tell a little kid 10 minutes a day, progress each day, sir. So you telling that person in the school, don't make excuses that you can't work out. If you just give me 10 minutes, it can be a physical workout, it can be a reading workout, it can be meditation, but everybody got 10 minutes. And that 10-minute class, you can be, come on, man, you can be what? On a basketball court, or you can be on a bench watching your kid, and you can like, there's no excuse, but that's martial arts. So that's what 10 minutes is, get the best at that we can possibly in less time. Come on, one other one. We got one more. We're good? Let's stand up. Let's get out of here. We want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to work with you. And y'all come back now. You hear? Yes, sir. Let's bow up right here. And then put your hand up and say, see ya. See ya. Yes, sir.